Right. This one is a good question. Let me try it.
But is the ratio 4?
Yes, the ratio will be 4. Someone has sent me the solution, but the solution was not correct. The answer was 4. The answer you have got 4, but the solution was not correct. Let me see what the question says. It says a weightless rod of length L with a small load of mass M at one end is held vertical with its lower end hinged on a horizontal surface. The load touches a wedge of mass M in this position. A slight jerk towards right sets the system in motion, with rod rotating freely in vertical plane about its lower end. There is no friction. For what ratio will the rod form an angle 60° with the vertical at the moment when the load separates? What is the speed of the wedge at that moment? Okay. Let us first draw the configuration. Suppose this is the wedge and this is the ball, right? At some instant, this is the ball. This angle is theta at this instant. At any instant I am talking about, this angle is theta. This is small m, this is capital M. At this instant, the rod is rotating with some angular velocity omega. Or you can say that the ball is moving with some velocity v, which is equal to L omega. So what is the energy conservation equation that I can write? At this instant, if I assume that the velocity of the wedge is v and the velocity of the ball is u, can I find an equation of energy conservation? So first I will write conservation of energy equation. Initially the ball was here, so I assume the potential energy to be 0 here. The wedge is at the same height always, so gravitational potential energy will not change for the wedge. I have taken the wedge as and the ball as my system. So only the gravitational force is acting on the system and no other force is doing any work. Can you see? There may be some normal reaction force, there may be some hinge reaction to the of the rod, but all these forces are not doing any work. Only gravitational force is doing any work. So I can conserve the energy because it is a conservative force. Total energy at this instant, the final condition, final energy is half into mu square plus half into capital M v square and minus mg into h. What is this height? Let me calculate first. If this length is L, can you calculate this height h? What will be this much? Is it L into 1 minus cos theta?
Yes, sir.
And the initial energy is 0. So I can just say that final minus initial is 0 because there is no other force that is doing any work. Again, there is another relation between V and U. Can I find the relation between V and U?
From V sin theta is equal to U.
Yes. Yes. this is theta, so that must be theta, right? This angle is theta. So can I say u cos theta equal to v?
Yes, sir. U cos theta.
From constraint, v equal to u cos theta. Now I can put the value here and I can find what is the value of u and what is the value of v in terms of ln theta, right? So I can say that small m into u square plus capital M into v square, which is nothing but u square cos square theta, is equal to 2 mgl into 1 minus cos theta, right? So u square is equal to 2 mgl into 1 minus cos theta divided by small m plus capital M cos square theta, right? And we can find the value of u from here. And what is the value of v? It is equal to u cos theta, right? But the condition is again saying that at this instant it is losing contact. What do I mean by losing contact? Which force is zero?
n equal to 0.
Normal reaction is zero. If normal reaction is zero, can I say that the acceleration of the wedge at this instant is zero? As there is no horizontal force, it's normal equal to zero. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
As acceleration at this instant, at this point is zero in this direction, can I also say that taking the acceleration of this ball, if I say what are the forces acting on this ball, let us just consider the forces acting on the ball.
So mg reaction force and mg
Yes.
and reaction force.
Mg and reaction forces are there, right? But there should not be any force along this line. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Along this line the normal reaction is zero. So if along this line the normal reaction is zero, can I say that the acceleration of the ball along this line is zero at this instant? Can I say that? What is acceleration of this ball at this instant? If I say that okay, there is no normal reaction like from here, there is one hinge reaction, there may be some hinge reaction, and there is a weight, right? Let us assume that at any angle theta, first don't take n equal to 0, let us find n in terms of theta, then we will put the value of theta, right? What are the forces acting if I say that if this is normal reaction n and this is mg, right? And if it is moving in a circular motion, then there is a mv square by r, which is a centrifugal force, right?
Sir, will not there be any reaction from the rod?
Yes, sir. There will be a reaction.
Yes, there will be a reaction from the rod. I do not know what is the direction of that reaction force. Let us assume the reaction force in this direction r, because rod can also pull and push anything, right? So what I can say that what is the acceleration of that ball in this direction, if I say from ground frame, there is some acceleration in this direction, and one second, mv square by L. If this is normal reaction N, A equal to 0, if A equal to 0, the acceleration from constant also I can find, basically from constant also I can find du dt. Okay, let me do it this way. If I differentiate this constant motion equation, what I will get? Can I get dv by dt is equal to du by dt cos theta minus of u into cos theta differentiation is sin theta into d theta by dt. Can I say that? And at this instant it is 0. Yes or no? Because the acceleration is 0 at theta equal to 60 degree. So what is actually du by dt at this instant? Du by dt at this instant is equal to u into omega into tan theta. Right? And what is omega? Can I say u is equal to L omega? U is equal to L omega. So omega is equal to u by L. So it is nothing but u square by L tan theta. Right? Yes, now we can find. Now we can do it. Because if I say that this is the ball, what are the different accelerations of the ball at this instant? Can you tell me what are the different accelerations of the ball? If I talk about the acceleration of the ball, how can you tell me what are the, yes, what is centripetal
radial and tangential?
Yes. So what will be the value of this radial acceleration? Is it u square by L? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And what is the acceleration of this tangential one?
U square by L into tan theta.
Good. U
Yes,
square
U
by
square
L
by
into tan theta. So now can I say that along this line the acceleration is 0? That I can find by calculation. If this angle is theta, this angle is also theta.
Yes, sir, it is coming 0.
So u square by L into tan theta cos theta equal to u square by L sin theta. Are they same? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So by calculation also you can get. So along this line if the acceleration is b, along this line if the acceleration is b, then you can see that b is 0. Right? So what is the acceleration of that ball at this instant? Acceleration of the ball at this instant is downward acceleration. Yes or no? Only vertically downward acceleration is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
And if I say that only vertically downward acceleration is there, what is the value of this acceleration? Vertical downward acceleration? Is it u square by L into cos theta plus u square by L into tan theta sin theta? So is it sin square theta by cos theta? So basically it is u square by L cos theta. Yes or no? Up to
Yes.
this, is it okay for all of you? I have not assumed anything. Look.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone? Now if you draw the free body diagram of the ball, what forces you can only say that are acting on that ball? Now tell me, what are the forces that are acting on the ball?
Sir, only the weight.
Only weight. Only weight will act. Because normal reaction is not there, and if there is some hinge reaction, then can this horizontal component be 0? Yes or no? No.
Yes, sir.
So I can say that the acceleration c is nothing but g, because mc equal to m into g. Yes or no? So from there I can say that u square is equal to g into L cos theta. So now I can just equate these two things, right? These two equations, suppose this equation is 1 and this equation is 2. So by equating 1 and 2, what we can do? That is 2 mg L into 1 minus cos 60 degrees half divided by small m plus capital M into cos square theta is 1 by 4 is equal to g into L into cos theta is equal to half. So everything will get cancelled out and we can say that 2m is equal to m plus m by 4, right? So the value of small m equal to capital M by 4. The ratio of m by m is equal to 4. That is the answer of this question, right? But you can see that we have done so many calculations. Now in this particular question, that may be a paragraph based question where 2 or 3 questions can be asked, right? This is one question. Or now I can also find what is the velocity, because u I know, right? What is u? U is equal to root over of g into L into cos theta, right? Cos theta is equal to half, right? So it is gl by 2, and v is equal to u cos theta, right? So it is half of root over of gl by 2, right? So all these answers now we can get from these calculations. Yes, tell me if there is any doubt.
Yes, sir.
Look, now we'll talk about vertical circular motion, right? The same concept, nothing new in this concept, only we are going to use the circular motion concept in details here, right? Just like the last problem, we have studied the circular motion problem. It is also the same thing. So let us take one example, that a small particle is at the top of a smooth hemispherical sphere, right? And if I slightly displace it, the particle will gradually slip over the sphere. And when it is at an angular position theta, you need to find the normal reaction and the speed of the particle in terms of given quantities r, theta, g. All these quantities you can use. Look, suppose this is the sphere. I have placed that particle here, and the particle is now at certain angular position theta, right? So if I say that the velocity of the particle here is 0, and suppose the velocity of the particle at this position is v. So this is my initial condition, this is the final situation. Let us first calculate the velocity by conserving energy. Conservation of energy, we can use half m v square is the final energy minus, if this I say this level, the topmost level, I have assumed to be at 0 gravitational potential energy. So how much it has come down? It has come down by r into 1 minus cos theta, right? So half m v square minus mg r into 1 minus cos theta. Have you got this one? This is the final energy, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And initially it was 0. So I can say that if initial and final are same, because final minus initial is 0, there is no other force that is doing any work. So I can say that half m v square equal to mgr into 1 minus cos theta. So v is equal to under root of 2 rg into 1 minus cos theta. Then what is the normal reaction? If I talk about the free body diagram, then this is normal, this is mg, these two forces are there. From ground if you see, and from rotating frame if you see, there is 1 mv square by r here. So if this is theta, then can I say normal equal to normal plus mv square by r is equal to mg cos theta, yes or no? So the value of normal reaction is mg cos theta minus mv square by r. Now if I put the value of v here, then it is 2mg into 1 minus cos theta. So the value is mg into 3 cos theta minus 2. Have you got this as your answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, can you tell me when the block will leave the contact, at which angle theta?
Cos theta equals to plus 2 by 3.
Cosine
At theta equal to cos inverse 2 by 3, block leaves the contact. After it leaves the contact, how the motion of the block will be?
Projectile.
Yes, it will be now a projectile motion. Good. So is this clear, this question?
Yes.
Everyone, no doubt? Now very similar type of question, only the application of this part. Try to solve it. Look, a very similar type of question. Now the initial energy is not zero basically. If you see that the initial energy is, initial point is this one, and the potential energy I can assume 0, but the kinetic energy is there, right? So if at this particular point it leaves the flow, at this particular point where its velocity is v, and here the velocity is u, and this angle is theta, right? So what equation I can say? This is the final position, this is the initial position. So the E initial is only kinetic one, so that is half m into u square, and E final is half m into v square, right? And initial and final, and what is the potential energy final? It is minus mgr into 1 minus cos theta. Have you got these two equations? E final minus E initial is 0. If you do it, you will find that half m v square minus mgr into 1 minus cos theta, that is equal to half m u square. Now what is the value of v square? I can also find by drawing the free body diagram. So at this point the normal reaction is there, mg is here, and at this direction mv square by r is also there. So what I can say, that n plus mv square by r is equal to mg cos theta. So v square as n equal to 0, as n equal to 0 at this instant, so v square is equal to rg cos theta. I can put the value here, and I can write that v square minus 2gr into 1 minus cos theta equal to m into u square, right? V square equal to rg cos theta minus 2rg plus 2rg cos theta is equal to m into u square is equal to, okay, mass will get cancelled out, u square equal to rg by 2. So 2rg plus rg by 2 is 5rg by 2, rg will get cancelled out, so 5 by 2 is equal to 3 cos theta. So the value of theta is equal to cos inverse 5 by 6. This is the first answer of this question. Have you got this one?
Yes, sir.
No problem in that. Now second and third question is a simple projectile motion. When it will hit the floor, suppose the velocity, when it will hit the floor, suppose the velocity is v prime. Now can I say this is the final position, this is the initial position? Can I say that? Is there any problem conserving energy? Because till now no other force are doing work, only gravitation force is acting. So can I say that half m v prime square minus mg into 2r is equal to half m u square? Is that equation correct? Can I write this one? Check. Now this is the E final prime and this is the E initial. Can I say that? Yes or no?
Yes.
So I can say that what is v prime square? That is equal to 4gr plus u square is equal to gr by 2. So that is 9gr by 2. So the v prime is equal to root over of 9gr by 2. Now I have to find this angle phi. Can I say that, so this is the answer to the second question. For third question, can I say v prime cos phi is equal to v, if this angle is theta, then v cos theta, yes or no? Can I say that? Because the horizontal component should remain the same. So cos phi is equal to v by v prime cos theta. So that is v is equal to v, have we got v is equal to root under rg cos theta, right? V is equal to root under rg cos theta. So rg into 5 by 6 divided by v prime is root under 9 by 2 rg into cos theta is equal to 5 by 6. So the answer is 5 by 6 into under root of 5 by 6 to 10 by 9 into 6, right? So that is 5 divided by 9 into 3. So that is 5 by 18 root under 5 by 3. Have you got this one as your answer? Check where have you gone wrong. Is this correct? Yes or no? Do you have any problem with that solution? Now this question says a particle is projected from one side of a long cylinder of radius r. This is a long cylinder and the particle has to be projected from this side to that side. What is the minimum value of the speed u that you have to calculate? Now there are two possible cases. The particle, number one, the particle can follow any path. And number two, the particle can only move in a parabolic path. Now this question, look, a small block is placed on the top of a smooth hemispherical ball of radius r. The same situation that we have done last, just one or two questions back. But now the ball is given a sudden impulse so that it begins moving horizontally with speed v. Find the minimum value of v so that the block immediately loses contact. And number two, the ball is given a constant acceleration in the horizontal direction. What is the maximum value of a so that the block does not lose contact with the ball by the time it rotates through an angle 1 degree relative to the ball? You can make suitable mathematical expression for small angle theta.
So the first one is root gr.
First one is root gr, yes. first one is definitely root GR. How we can solve that? First one is
At
easy.
that point, the normal reaction should be 0.
Yes. For the first one, at the topmost point, with respect to the wedge, with respect to the hemisphere, as it is moving with constant velocity, there is no pseudo force. So only N and mg is there. And if it is moving with some velocity v, then mv square by r is also there, right? So what I can say that n plus mv square by r is equal to mg, right? So as n equal to 0, so the value of v is equal to root over of rg. So if v equal to root over of rg or more than that, then at this instant only it will lose contact, right? And it will move in a parabolic path. Look in the second one, with respect to the hemisphere, what are the forces acting on the particle when it is at an angular position theta? I will first find the question with respect to theta, then I will approximate theta to be small, right? So suppose it has fall down by angle theta. So this height is h, right? I can say h equal to r into 1 minus cos theta, the same thing. So initially with respect to the hemisphere, initially it was at rest, right? So u is 0, but there is a velocity I have to calculate. Suppose I do not know what is v. The forces, if I check, then there is one mg acting downward, normal reaction, mv square by r, and along with that, if the acceleration of the hemisphere is in this direction, will there be any pseudo force acting on that block?
Yes, sir.
And that pseudo force is ma in this direction, right? So what is the value of normal reaction now? Can I say n plus mv square by r plus ma sin theta is equal to mg cos theta? As n equal to 0, so I can say v square by r, v square equal to rg cos theta minus ra sin theta. Can I say that? This equation? And conservation of energy principle, what I can say? That the final energy is equal to half mv square minus mgr into 1 minus cos theta. And the initial energy is equal to 0. Yes or no? Can I write EF minus EI equal to 0 here? Can I write EF minus EI equal to 0 here?
No, sir.
No. Because EF minus EI is not equal to 0, there is some work done by this force MA. This is other force. Can I categorize this MA force in other category? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what
Yes,
is
sir.
work done by MA force? Is that a constant or variable force? MA?
Yes.
Constant, because A is constant. So the displacement only I will multiply. What is the displacement along this line? Is it r sin theta?
Sin theta.
So can I say it is MA into r sin theta? Right? So now from these two equations I will solve my question. EF minus EI, that means I can say half mv square minus mgr into 1 minus cos theta equal to MAR into sin theta. Right? M will get cancelled out. If I multiply with 2, then V square equal to Yes, v square equal to I can say that mgr 2gr into 1 minus cos theta plus 2ar into sin theta. Right? Now from 2 I can, from 1 I can say v square equal to rg cos theta minus ra sin theta. So I'll put the value here, rg cos theta minus ra sin theta, rg cos theta minus ra sin theta equal to 2gr minus 2gr cos theta plus 2ar sin theta. Right? R will get cancelled out. So if I take g cos theta here and minus 2g cos theta here, so it is 3g cos theta. Right? A if I take in this side, right, cos theta I have already taken, A I will take in this side. So minus 2gr equal to 2ar plus ar, 3ar sin theta. R will not there. R will not be there.
R is also.
Right? So this is the final equation. Now I will put theta equal to, now if theta is equal to pi by 180, 1 degree means 1 by pi by 180, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then cos theta equal to 1, can I say?
Yes, sir.
And sin theta equal to theta?
Pi by 1.
So 3g minus 2g is g divided by 3 sin theta is equal to a. So that should be your answer. G divided by 3 pi by 180. That should be the answer of this question. Now in this question, you can see that a pendulum of ball of mass m is hanging from this point. This is a vertical wall, right? This is a vertical wall, and the pendulum is hanging in a vertical wall, right? The string length is L. At the lowest point, it is given a horizontal velocity u. You have to find what is the minimum value of u so that the pendulum completes this vertical circle. Vertical circle, can you understand that this g is acting downward? Right? This is a vertical circle. So what is the minimum value of u so that it can complete this circle? And what is the minimum value of u so that it can only move up to this level?
So is it a quadrant?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
First one is root 12.
Yes. That is the point A is on a horizontal line.
The first one is root 5gl.
Yes. A very common question, but a very important also for your exam purpose.
Sir, the second one is 2 root over gr.
The second one is root over 2gl.
Yes.
Yes,
Root over
2gl.
Yes. Root over 2g. Okay. Let us solve this question in this way. Suppose when the particle is here at the top, when the pendulum is at the top, right here. So at this point, if I say that at this point, if it has a velocity v, suppose at this point the velocity of the pendulum is v, then it will move in a circle, right? It will continue moving in that circle. But I have to find the minimum value of u. So is it possible that for minimum value of u, the value of v will be 0?
No, sir.
No.
No,
Why
sir,
not?
you will get flattened.
The V should be root over GR.
Yes, sir.
Why V cannot be 0?
Sir, because if V is equal to 0, then it will fall under gravity.
Will slap.
No.
The string is
At this point, basically, V can never be 0. Never be 0. Why? Because look, the tension in the string is always acting downward. Can I say that the tension at this point can act upward? No. The tension, and at this point, if I say that this is mv square by L. So by laws of motion, can I say mg plus t is equal to mv square by L? From this equation, if you make v 0, what will be the value of t?
Minus N.
Is it
Negative.
possible the value of t negative?
No, sir.
no.
No.
Sir.
So in order to make v minimum, what I can say, what is the condition for v minimum?
T is equal to 0.
T equal to 0, right? Remember this, that if tension, if at this point it has reached, definitely the tension is not negative. The tension may be 0 or tension is positive. So if V is minimum, in that case I will take tension to be 0. Understood? But V is never 0. At this point, V can never be 0. If it is a string, right? But if it were a rod, a massless rod, then this rod can also exert a force upward, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, in that case V can be 0. Because for the rod the tension may be positive, negative, anything, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is why for a rod, sometimes the question says that if it is a rod, what is the minimum value of U or V? Right? For a rod, V minimum is 0. But for a string V minimum, I can find from this equation that V minimum is equal to root over of GL. Yes or no? Now I can conserve energy for initial and final situations, right? Conservation of energy at initial and final. So can I say half mu square, if I take this to be 0, is equal to half mv square plus mg into 2L, yes or no?
Yes.
So I can say u square is equal to v square plus 4gl, and v square is itself is gl, so this is 5gl. So the u minimum, because in order to find u minimum, v has to be minimum, I have used the v minimum here. So u minimum is root under 5gl. Have you got this one? Okay. And for a rod, can you tell me what is the V minimum or U minimum? Yes. For a rod, half mv U square is equal to mg into 2L, you can assign. And the U is equal to root over of 4gl. For a rod, it is smaller velocity, but for a string, you have to impart root 5gl.
So why it will be mg into 2L?
If I assume this to be 0, what is the height of this position?
So you give point A.
Yes?
So you. Acha, I thought you read it.
No.
Question number 2.
No, concentrate. I have only done question number 1. Now I will do question number 2. In question number 2, it has reached up to point A. Right? Now if you look about this point A, at this point, even if its velocity is 0, is it possible that at this point its velocity is 0?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, because it is not mentioned that it will have to complete the rotation. So if it falls back, there will be no problem.
At this point, tension is equal to mv square by r, yes or no? If I say at this point t equal to mv square by L, so if v is equal to 0, t equal to 0, is there any problem of t equal to 0? No problem. T may be 0, but t can never be negative. So what is the v minimum in this case? 0. Can you understand? So whenever you put a limit for v, first draw the free body diagram and find the equation for tension. Tension can never be negative. Minimum value of tension should be 0. Right? So if tension is 0, v can be 0 at this instant, no problem. So if I now take this is the final position, then I can say half mu square here plus potential is 0 is equal to here, it is mg into L plus half mv square. Right? Now v square is 0. So u minimum for this question is equal to root over of 2gl. Understood this too? Now tell me what will happen. What will happen when u is less than root 5gl but greater than root 2gl? What will happen in this case?
See, it will cover an obtuse angle. After that, it will follow a projectile.
Yes, sir. So it will
Slack.
point and the A.
Tell me at its maximum point what will happen. At this point when it will be in maximum point on the circle. When it will be at the maximum point on the circle, then at this point what will be 0 first?
But the string will become slack.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The tension will become 0 first. Right? Why? Because if this angle is theta, you can see that this is mg, this is tension, it is mv square by r or L. So what is the tension? Can I say T plus mg sine theta is equal to mv square by L?
Yes, sir.
Right? So I cannot say that v equal to 0 because otherwise tension will be negative again. So at this point, whenever the particle actually crosses this 90-degree angle, tension can never be 0 or tension can never be negative. Tension can never be negative, v can never be 0. At this point, whenever it crosses greater than 90-degree angle, can v be 0 at the maximum point? Because if v is 0, what is the value of tension? Is it positive or negative? Negative, right? So when this will happen, tension will be 0 at maximum point on circle. And as tension is 0, now what will be the only force on that particle?
mg.
Mg. So it will move in a projectile way, right? And ball moves under gravity. Is this okay? Clear this one?
Yes, sir.
When it crosses 90-degree, velocity can never be 0. Right? It will be the tension 0 when it will at the maximum point in the circle. And secondly, if u is less than root 2gl, what will happen?
Will not reach point A only.
The string will become
At maximum height, what will happen?
It's a pendulum.
Yes, at maximum height, which one will be 0?
Tension.
Velocity will be 0.
Velocity.
Tension is not 0 here.
Velocity.
Right? You can see that at maximum height, the tension is always balancing the component of mg,
Yes, sir.
right? Tension is equal to mg cos theta plus mv squared by L. So at maximum height, which will be 0 first? V will be 0 first, right? But tension will be not 0 at the maximum height. Right? You have to remember these two particular cases. That when it is projected, first you have to check whether the particle can reach the 90-degree barrier or not. If it can reach the 90-degree barrier, above it the velocity will not be 0, tension is 0, and below it the tension will be not be 0 and velocity will be 0. Right? Above, velocity will never be 0, tension will be 0. Below, tension will not be 0, velocity will be 0. Based on the same principle, same concept. Solve it. Okay, in the first case, will it be able to cross the horizontal line?
No, sir.
No. So if it does not cross the horizontal line, let us assume
So
it's
the second option, the cos theta should be negative because theta will be obtuse.
yes, theta is greater than. But again, it depends which theta you are taking. From
If it
above
is on the
also you can
upward, then
take.
it will be.
Yes.
If it is on the upward side, then it will be positive.
Yes.
Sir. From downward side, then
Okay. So in first one, u equal to root 3 by 2 gl. That means it is less than root 2 gl. That means it will never move above the horizontal line. That means at maximum height v will be 0. Yes or no? So if maximum height v will be 0, then I can conserve the energy taking this to be 0, and this is mg L into 1 minus cos theta, right? So I can say half mu square is equal to mg into L into 1 minus cos theta, and u square is equal to 2gl into 1 minus cos theta, and that is equal to 3 by 2 gl, 3gl by 2, right? So 4 minus 4 cos theta equal to 3. So cos theta is equal to 1 by cos theta equal to 1 by 4. That is the answer to the first question.
Yes.
Yes.
Second question, it will overshoot it and it will be here, right? So after that the string will slack. I cannot tell about the string, but the particle will move in a parabolic path, right? So in the second question, if I calculate this angle theta, then at this point the velocity is not 0. What is 0? Tension is 0, right? So can I say that if this is mg, then mg cos theta equal to mv squared by L? Can I say that? Mg cos theta plus t is equal to mv squared by L. As t equal to 0, v squared equal to gl cos theta. And now conserving energy, I can say that half mu square is equal to half mv square plus mg into, this is L plus L cos theta, right? L into 1 plus cos theta. So u square is equal to 4gl, v square equal to gl cos theta plus 2gl plus 2gl cos theta. Gl will get cancelled out, right? I can say 2 equal to 3 cos theta. So cos theta equal to 2 by 3. Have you got this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the second question, can you tell me what is the maximum height maximum height of the particle?
Is it V?
After this, it will move in a projectile way, right? So the maximum height is this one. This is the maximum height of the ball, right? The velocity of projection is v. You can see that what is this angle? If this angle is theta, this angle is also theta, yes or no? This angle is also theta. So I can find v is equal to root over gl cos theta. V equal to root over of 2 gl by 3, yes or no? So for the third question, I can say that h is equal to, I can solve it in this way also. This
Sir,
is
is
L.
it 50L by 27?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
50L.
This is L. This is L cos theta. And what is the maximum height of this projectile motion? Is it u square
yes,
sine square theta by 2g? Yes or no?
yes, sir.
So I can say it is L plus 2L by 3, v square by 2g is L by 3 into sine square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. So that is 1 minus 4 by 9. Right? So 5 by 9. Right? So it is 5 by 9 means 5 by 27. 9, 18, 18 plus 5 is 23. 23 plus 27 is 50. Yes, that is the answer. Have you got this one? Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
This height is L cos theta. This height is L. And this height is v square sine square theta divided by g, 2g. Right? So I have added all this to find the maximum height. A pendulum ball of mass m is hanging from a nail on a vertical wall with a string of length L. At its lowest point, it's given a horizontal velocity u. At a distance L by 2 from this pivot point, there is a nail. So this distance is L by 2. Find the minimum value of u such that the ball can complete a vertical circle about that nail. Right? So after here, the ball will move in a circle about that nail. So if this velocity is u, this velocity will be v, right? This velocity will be v. And if it has to reach the topmost point, at this topmost point, what should be the velocity?
Root over of v by 2.
Yes. The tension should be 0 here. So mg is equal to mv square by L, mv prime square by L by 2 here. Yes or no? So v prime square is equal to gl by 2. Can I conserve energy from here and here directly? If this is final, this is initial. Half m u square is equal to half m v prime square plus mg into 3l by 2. Can I do it? So the value of u square is equal to v square plus 3gl. So that is 7 GL by 2. That is the value of U minimum.
Sir, I sent you the question.
Yes?
I sent you the question in your WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll check it. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Now look, a simple pendulum is placed on an elevator which accelerates upward as shown. If the pendulum is displaced by theta naught and released from rest relative to the elevator, find the tension in the supporting light rod, this rod, or the string you can, supporting light rod, which rod, when theta equal to 0. I think this this tension it is asking about, the tension on that here at this point, or the tension in the string, the same, the answer will be the same. So when theta will be equal to 0, what will be the tension that I have to find, right? And then you put the value of theta naught to be pi by 2 to get the second answer. Yes, Shom, the tension should be the same. That I think in your question, the tension should remain the same. You solve the question by taking tension to be the same and you find your answer, then check whether it matches or not. So in this question, which frame of reference we will use?
Lift.
The lift frame of reference. If I use the reference frame of the lift, then you can see that with this reference frame, this is the initial and this is the final position, and except this mg and tension force, there is one more force that is acting constantly on this particle, right? That is ma, right? So you can also assume the effective acceleration, the g effective, to be
G plus A.
a plus g, right? So when it was released from theta naught, its velocity was 0 with respect to the lift. I am saying with respect to lift, if this velocity was 0, and when it reaches here, suppose its velocity is v, so I can say that half mv square minus mg into L1 minus cos theta, that should be equal to 0. Here instead of g I will use g effective. Can I use this?
Yes, sir.
I have taken this reference to be 0. Right? I have taken this reference line to be 0 gravitational potential. So this is minus mg L I have taken. So V is equal to root over of 2g plus a into L1 minus cos theta. So what is the tension force at this point? Can I say tension is equal to mv square by L plus m into g effective? Yes or no at this point? So that should be equal to mv square by L 2m v square by L is 2m into g plus a into 1 minus cos theta plus m into g minus a, g plus a. So the answer is m into g plus a into 1 plus 2, 3 minus 2 cos theta. Have you got this to be your answer?
Yes, sir.
Now if theta equal to 90 degree, what will be the answer? It is 3mg plus a.
It's 3mg plus a naught.
Yes, sir.
3mg plus a. A simple question again. Only the reference frame is changed. So I have to take a pseudo force, right? Okay.